The sweet taste of liberty. I owe you big for this, Sam. You know that offer I made you on the inside is still good.
Tell me more about your friends.
Emile Dufresne. He founded the JBA. That's short for John Brown's Army. Emile's a man with ideas and vision, and the will to make them reality. You know what I mean?
Sounds exactly like what I'm looking for.
Great, come on. We got a long ways to go to New Orleans.
Jamie wasn't happy that I didn't kill Barnum. I hope his testimony was worth the trust it cost me. After Ellsworth, Washington and I traveled to the JBA headquarters in New Orleans. That's where I met the family. First up was the man in charge, Emile Dufresne. I remembered him from Iceland. Next was his lieutenant, Carson Moss. Can't say we hit it off. The person who was going to handle the weapon was Enrica Villablanca. She wasn't much older than my daughter. And finally, there was B.J. Sykes, the techie in charge of their security systems. One man I didn't get to meet was Cole Yeager. It seems Dufresne was afraid Yeager was plotting to take over the JBA. So he sent me on an errand to pump Yeager for information, hoping Yeager might try to get the new recruit on his side. On my way to see Yeager, I had an opportunity to sneak into the compound's restricted area, so I took it. Lambert, come in.
Sam, what's your status?
I'm inside the restricted area. I managed to sneak in undetected while running an errand for Emile. What's new at home?
You brought us some goodwill at Ellsworth. Kept Barnum alive. Good job. I stashed your equipment already. Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Wasn't easy to snuggle in, though. So what's the plan?
Intel. We set up a surveillance grid on the outside. But the JBA's electronic countermeasures are keeping us from hearing anything on the inside. May have noticed some problems with your equipment as well. We need you to tone the jamming down by reducing its electricity input. Blueprints indicate the compound has been rewired so many times that each area is now regulated by a different fuse box. Find all 4 boxes and tap into them. There should be one on the roof, one near the entrance, one in the warehouse, and one in the loading bay. Their location is on your minimap.
Anything else?
Yes. If someone spots you, or if they detect the drop in their grid, the new guy is going to be their first suspect. You can't afford that. While you're there, find ways to prop up your cover and divert suspicion to someone else.
Emile is already suspicious of one of his people, Cole Yeager.
If that's the case, Yeager might be useful to us. Send me any info you find and we'll go from there. Lambert out.
Ow!
Feeling talkative?
Who are you? How did you get in here?
The stork brought me. Now start talking.
What do you want to know?
Jamie Washington.
Jamie's crazier than a snake on steroids. If he likes you, you're his buddy forever. But if you get him mad, he'll cut your heart out. We're talking stone psycho killer, man.
Keep going.
They finally nailed him on some bullshit kidnapping charge. But if the feds knew what he'd really done, they would have sent him straight to the chair.
Sounds like a nice guy.
Hey, don't tell him I said any of this, okay?
What was that?
Did you see something?
Yes.
This is a level 1 alarm.
If you say so.
There's nothing.
This is too suspicious.
Look, let's just forget it happened. Intruder alert! This is a level 2 alarm.
Correct.
Not as far as I know.
We'll have to get that fixed.
I'm
finding nothing. I could have sworn we need answers to this.
Hello?
Surprised.
Who the hell are you?
A music critic. Now tell me how Emil gets around the compound so fast.
You have to be kidding me. I'm head of security.
I know.
Crap!
And I appreciate
Nothing!
the job that you do.
Just wait till I get loose.
I jib you for good.
You're not funny, and I will catch you. Let me go and fight like a man, damn it.
Nothing here. I'm sure there's nothing here.
Sykes at lunch.
What's he going on about this time?
He says he got us a spy. Some guy is supposed to be running around knocking people out.
Didn't Sykes think that last week?
And the week before. Still, he was right about Jaeger.
Jaeger could have had "I'm working for the feds" tattooed on his forehead and been less obvious. Sykes is just paranoid.
Reverting to stage 1 alarm. We've got you! Just put the gun down and come out!
Job's done, Lambert. I got the fuse boxes.
Good. On to your next task.
Make it quick. I have to get back before they find out I'm here.
I know, but this has to be done right. It's too important, Sam.
So what's next?
Find their server. It's probably on the second floor of the compound. Once you're there, open up a connection to Fort Meade. We'll sift around their system and see if we can find anything.
On my way.
I told him to get the 2800 series camera. These ones are crap. I thought this was closed.
This is Emil. Something is not right this evening. I want everyone on the lookout. Report anything out of the ordinary.
This is the dirt on Cole Yeager. Looks like he's plotting to take over the JBA. I'm not sure Emil will like that. If I send this to Emil, Yeager's dead within the hour. But if I send it to Lambert, there might be a chance to extract Yeager and pump him for information.
Thanks for the information, Sam. We'll deal with Yeager. He'll disappear before Dufresne can get to him. Now get back to the public area before your absence is noted.
I'd like a little cooperation.
I'm gonna cooperate, okay? Just don't hurt me.
Give me a reason not to.
I don't know nothing, man. They just had me move stuff.
You have to know something.
Well, you know Moss, the head of security?
What about him?
He's got this thing for Dr. Villahati. Got it bad, man. So bad that he had Sykes...
Alert level
You
down to
can
0.
stop right
System
there.
resetting.
Thanks.
And there was another drive-by shooting today downtown. It appears to be gang-related. No suspects yet. The victim was taken away unconscious, but is expected to recover fully and should be able to help police with information. 3 chimpanzees found their way out of the zoo today and are roaming around the nearby mall. Dangerous, but it will be safe until they are returned to their home.
I never learned what happened to Jaeger.
Lambert had him picked up. He's still in custody. Dufresne looked for him, but not too hard. But let's get back to you. Your first assignment for the JBA was to rob a train in New York?
A private train used by a bank to transfer liquid assets without drawing attention.
Did you know what the money was for?
No, but Emil didn't want any witnesses. He ordered me to kill anyone I came across. Lambert told me the exact opposite. 0 casualties.
Who supplied your equipment for this robbery?
Lambert was posing as an arms dealer. He sold equipment to Dufresne so I could still have access to my usual gear.
That was a big risk.
Too big.
Fisher, Enrica, the train has already arrived, and the valuables are being loaded on board. We will be hijacking the train, but we still need the code to its vaults. Fisher will obtain that from the station chief. If you encounter anyone, strike first and leave no potential witnesses alive. Fisher, you will notice I've given you only part of the equipment you requisitioned. We have a new supplier, but if you want more equipment, you have to earn it. Dufresne out. Fisher, you will notice I've given you only part of the equipment you requisitioned. We have a new supplier, but if you want more equipment, you have to earn it. Dufresne out.
Here's where we go our separate ways.
The station is that way. Give me a boost. I'm going to the security room. I'll deactivate the fan so you can access the vent.
I have to help Emil first. She could be very useful. Keep me posted if anything happens.
I see you've done this sort of thing before.
Remember, Sam, these are civilians ahead. No casualties.
Emil said no witnesses.